You guys ready to make some Fathead sausage biscuits? Oh, these guys are so good. I'm gonna eat one now.
Bigfoot cooking.
That's right, Fathead sausage biscuits. Oh, these things are great too. We're even gonna flavor them up so they kind of taste like that, you know, the place with the arches and you get those things that come off the griddle. Yeah, we're gonna add some of that flavor to these guys too. Oh, they are so amazing, all right? Now, to begin this party, a couple of simple ingredients. You gotta make the Fathead dough, right? The Fathead dough seems to be a thing, so we're gonna stick with that party. For the Fathead dough, all we're gonna do, we need 1.5 cups of mozzarella, about 2 ounces of cream cheese, 1 fresh butt nugget, AKA 1 regular egg, about 1.5 cups of almond flour, and we're gonna use 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1/2 teaspoon of maple extract. That's right, those two together, ooh, that's gonna add such a nice little flavor. And of course, for the sausage, well, I got myself a couple of sausage patties. Nothing complicated here. This is the frozen kind, but if you wanna get the tube kind and pat it out, or if you wanna make your own, I mean, however you wanna do, sausage is pretty simple. And for that, of course, some more cheese. Yes, I know I got a ton of mozzarella to make it, but sometimes you want to see that extra cheese on top of it just to give it that je ne sais quoi, you know, or something fancy like that. Now to get this started, we're going to go ahead and we're going to fry up our sausage. That's right, you want to go ahead and cook it completely because in the process of making this, it's not going to be in the oven long enough to turn raw into cooked as far as the meat goes. And you don't want to get salmonella or none of those other crazy diseases. All day in the toilet does not sound like a good day for me. So let's go ahead real quick because I'm sure everybody knows how to fry sausage. So let me fry up the sausage and get the party started.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
All right, and just in case you wondered, that's how you fry up some sausage. Yeah, not that tough. But if you needed a lesson on that one, that was a freebie. So now we got these guys done. Let's go ahead and get started on the actual bread, the outside, the good part, the keto part, the low carb part, all that stuff. Now to do the dough, it is something that's not that hard. You can actually very easily do it by hand, but well, I've already got the food processor out from the last thing, so we're gonna cheat and use it again. We're gonna add all our dry ingredients to the processor. That would be the almond flour. Everything else is wet. So we got the almond flour in there. Now let's work on the others. And for that, I got my microwave safe bowl. That's right, gotta have that. And into that, we add our mozzarella cheese and our little bit of cream cheese. Whoop, right in the middle. That's it. We'll microwave this, we'll put it in, if it's cold out of the fridge, you could do it for a minute at a time, but if it's room temperature, start about every 30 seconds, put it in there, pull it out, stir it. Pull it in, put it out, stir it. You want it to be almost a smooth pudding-like consistency. Let me show you. All right, 30 seconds in, and like you see, most of it still is pretty consistent. It is getting a little bit softer. We'll go ahead and mix this up a little bit. You know, the hardest part about this stage right here is to not lick the spoon. 30 seconds. All right, Chef Mike has done his magic again. Let's get this mixed up. All right, and there you have it. The best cheese pull you've seen in a while. Nice and smooth consistency. The only thing is, right now there's a little bit of steam coming off of it, and I'm afraid to crack the egg in here because, well, we'll wind up with scrambled eggs. So I'm gonna give it just a moment of stirring until the steam stops. All right, we should be good with that. Now, let's add our one and only egg to it. You can add more if you really like more of a eggy type dough, but for me, well, we're just gonna go with this one. Bust it up and stir it up. And like you'll notice that when you first put the egg in, this stuff does not look like it's gonna mix. Trust the process, just keep stirring. Pretty soon it gets smooth as butter. And there you go, one well incorporated egg. Now we're gonna pour this into our mixer here. Get all this guy to go right down in here. And then from there, we're gonna pour in our little bit of vanilla extract and our little bit of maple extract. Oh, these things smell so good pouring in. All right, now we just grab our lid and set it on here. Hit the power button and put it on low and let it go. Voila. Well mixed and messy. Now, this stuff, just so you know, is really sticky. Like traditional dough, you know, you can work it a little bit and it doesn't get as sticky. This stuff never stops being sticky. So just food for thought as you're messing with this dough. All right, let's go ahead and pull this stuff out and set it on our workbench here. Whew, it's good and thick. Tell you what, with that maple extract in it, smells just like pancakes. Ooh, this is gonna be awesome. Let's see, we're just gonna take this and kind of roll it out into a nice little log. And we will cut this into a couple of even pieces, 6 of them to be exact. Now this is one of those moments where if it's not exact, like measurements, precise or what have you, it's okay. As long as you have enough to do what you need to do. And what we're doing, we're gonna take and kind of mash this out a little bit. Again, really sticky. Take our sausage patty. Actually, before we do that, I'm gonna put a pinch of cheese right here, because I forgot I'm working upside down on this. And we take our sausage patty, set it here, and we're just gonna grab the edges and kind of roll it on top. All right, flip it over, and it makes a nice little smooth top. Boom. Now let me do this about 5 more times. Ta-da! Now, we're gonna set these into our preheated oven. That's right, we already had this guy going at 400 degrees. It's gonna take right at 13 minutes. Now, make sure you're watching these guys, because sometimes ovens run hotter, cooler, you never know, but you want them just to be nice and golden brown. So let me put these in here, and tell you what, I wonder what Bigfoot's up to. You ever wonder what Bigfoot's up to? I do. So let's go find out. You know, I don't know what Chef is thinking. I'm a woodsman, not a craftsman. Why is he asking me to build furniture? This is ridiculous. Ooh, right out the oven. Look at there. Those guys are kind of pretty. Now, I could let it go a little bit more and they would darken up some more. It's kind of a preference thing. I like these just like that, just barely brown. That way they're not too crunchy. And let's see, I'm a little worried about touching them because they is hot. Let's see, if we flip one over, look at there, even the bottom is perfect on it. Oh, so I'm going to give this, I'm gonna give it about 5 minutes to chill out and relax. And when we come back from that little bit of break that you won't even notice, we're gonna slice these open, but we're gonna be using this guy to slice it open. That's right. This knife right here, I got as a gift, and I tell you what, I liked it so much I reached out for the company and they gave me an affiliate link on it. And if you will check this thing out, I've been really impressed with it for carving steaks and things like that. It's got a good weight, a good feel. You know, a knife is supposed to have a certain little something, and these guys, I'm impressed so far. So you'll see when we come back and I slice these things in half and we start taking a peek at what's on the inside. You know, what's funny is I'm staring at these, they remind me of donuts. They just have that glossy look to them and everything. Part of it was because we didn't use any kind of like baking powder, baking soda, anything like that to make the dough rise. We actually just kept this into a pretty tight fit around it. And like I say, we've had about 5 minutes to cool off. So let's see what we've got in here. We have us. Look at there. It's just so nicely wrapped up in there. Got that little bit of cheese on top. This looks really good. But how does it taste? Because I mean, the house has been smelling great with all the vanilla and the maple and everything that's in here. So let's see how the Tum Tum thinks about it. It's actually really good. Like I say, because the dough didn't rise, it's still pretty thick around it. So it's not like a fluffy biscuit, but then again, if you're doing keto or any of those, you know, it's not quite carnivore because you got almond flour in it, but it is keto and it is gluten-free. So between the both of those, I mean, you can't really go wrong with the flavor. And knowing that, you also got to know that Bigfoot is real. I'm really going to eat this whole thing. Y'all take care.